Today we finna talk about what God showed me when I was alone. Now, when I mean alone, I mean in a sense of without presence of a man or being in a relationship or even any type of dealings with a man. That was the most alone that I had ever been in my life, which was last year from July to November. That was the longest I had been without a man. It was the second longest I had been, like, as far as being abstinent as well. But yeah, I'm gonna tell you guys what he showed me. And it was not easy in the beginning and it was far from fun, but I learned so much. So the first thing he really showed me is that I was the root of my problems. Yeah, it was a hard pill to swallow, just because when you have a certain view of yourself and you have a picture of yourself in your head, it's hard to really accept the fact that, like, you can cause harm to others and or like causing harm to yourself. So I've always viewed myself as somebody that was nice and caring and all of these green flags and all these beautiful things, you know what I'm saying? But like, you could be a good person and still hurt people. You could be a good person and still hurt yourself. And that's what I was doing. So basically, I realized that I wasn't the victim of my relationships that I had with men and just situationships that I was dealing with. Like, I wasn't the victim. You get me? And while I was in it, I felt like I was the victim. I was just like, why are they talking to me like this? Why are they treating me like this? Why they don't care about me once we sleep with each other? Why they only want to sleep with me? Why they don't want to go on dates? Why they don't want to take me serious? Why don't nobody love me for real? Like, why am I constantly going through this cycle? Why is this my life? And I was looking at it like the world is doing this to me opposed to doing it for me, you know? And because I viewed it like that, I just always felt pain. I was always depressed and I was always anxious, but I never really took accountability for my role in it, you know? So he basically showed me my role in my suffering, you know? Like, when it came to my relationship with men, I didn't prize myself. I didn't love myself and I didn't care about myself, right? And it showed up. Like, I would sleep with them either the first night we would meet to the second week we would meet. And like, I would do that for the past two years. 2 years, 2.5 years. Like, any man that I was like talking to, we would have sex between day 1 and week 2. Now, when I say day 1, I don't mean like we meet each other today, we fucking today, but I mean in a sense of like, say we've been talking for 2 weeks, say we've been talking for a week, say we've been talking for a month, but the first time we actually meet, we were having sex, you know? That's what I was doing. And it's like, I wasn't prizing myself and I wasn't appreciating myself. So how could I expect anybody to do that when I'm not doing that? I was telling them how I viewed myself and how they should view me as well. But then I would be so taken aback when they actually view me like that and they actually will like treat me like that, because I'm like, I'm not a hoe. I'm not a bad person. Like, why are they doing me like this? Which is no excuse for their shitty behavior. Don't get me wrong. But like, the role that I played is that I set the tone to how to be treated. You know, I did not treat myself the best. I didn't talk to myself in the best light. I wasn't proud of myself and my decisions. Like, I was going through a lot, which is not an excuse to do what I did, but it is the reason I did what I did. And it is the reason why I viewed myself the way I viewed myself. I was going through a lot of grief in my life and a lot of confusion. You know, like, this was the time of getting out of high school, going to college in my first year of college, and then deciding I don't want to go back to college after my first year and living in the real world. Like, 19 through 21, like, I was going through it. And he really let me know that I was the root of my problem. And if I actually want a better relationship with anybody else, it got to start with the woman in the mirror. And I got to have a better relationship with myself. And he just really sat me down and kind of like let me know that I don't love myself. And I actually don't even find myself as attractive as like I come off. And I don't prize myself and I don't treat myself with respect. Like, he let me know that. And I remember begging and praying, like, please help me love myself. Please help me accept myself. Please help me. Help me. I remember begging and crying. And I feel like he said it without saying it. Like, you need to be celibate. You need to stop allowing these energies into your body when you're not a pure energy right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop allowing these energies to come to your body. Stop sleeping with men that you hardly know. Stop falling for the words of what people say opposed to their actions. You get me? Like, he just sat me down and made me realize again that I'm the root to a lot of my problems, and I'm the reason that I'm suffering. I'm the reason that I'm in pain. And I just had to look myself in the mirror. You know, another thing he showed me is that I'm more connected to my spirit than I think that I am. Like, I'm a very spiritually aware person. Like, I could pick up energies and I could pick up intentions just by sitting in a quiet room with somebody. Like, they don't have to say a word, I don't have to say a word, but if we sit next to each other, I could feel it. And with me being so distracted with boys and men, I never paid attention to my actual, like, genuine ability, you know, and gift of being aware in that sense. Had I talked to them a little longer, had I just sat in the car with them a little longer before trying to sex my pain away, I would have realized their intentions, and I would have realized who they were, you know, and I would have realized that I had no business being with them or in this car or in their house, like, or in this situation, you know. But I'm very, very gifted in the spiritual world. Like, I know a lot of shit, like, just from energy, just from sitting next to you. I'm really good at it. And so how I use it in today's time, I'm very selective of who I'm around, and I'm very selective of what I will tolerate. And if you give me that energy, I will forgive you, but I don't see us going any further. You know what I'm saying? I don't see us being in a relationship. I don't see us being friends. Like, you know, I have boundaries now. I have self-respect. I have self-love for myself, even as a friend. Like, if you only there for me when it benefits you, I don't need you around me. You know what I'm saying? And I could just pick up on all of that. If you secretly hate my guts, I could feel it, you know? And it just taught me to be more aware. And then lastly, what being alone did for me and what he showed me was discernment. For a very long time, I did not understand what discernment was. Like, I will always see or hear, like, scriptures or, you know, people talking about discernment, like, use your discernment. I never really understood what it was until he sat me down. And discernment is, like, literally using your sense of judgment. And as simple as it is, like, discernment helps you go the furthest way. Again, with friends, with being in relationships, with job opportunities, like, truly being real here and judging a situation for your better good, you know, could save so much time, so much heartache, so much effort. Like, really be in touch with your intuition, really be in touch with yourself, and really ask yourself, is this gonna work out? Could you see a future with this? Could I continuously make this commute for work? Like, really using your discernment for the betterment of you, if that makes sense. You know, I learned those three things. Just as a summary, really, I learned a lot more, but it really falls under those three things. So yeah, this is what I learned when God set me down and I was alone for the past 6-7 months of my life. So yeah, be alone. Don't be afraid to be alone, and watch what God revealed to you. Mwah.